Good evening, students. How are you today?
Not too bad, sir.
Thank
Sure.
you, sir.
And good. All right, so I warned you last class about try not to go on getting sick. I felt it coming on and I tried it. I'm fighting it. But why something don't feel right? But anyhow, I am I can't afford to give you tonight, so I am here. So I'm gonna ask you to just work with me tonight. I just finished our 5 to 7 to see if we can go through tonight's session expeditiously so that we don't have any difficulty. I sent a message in the chat earlier. If you could find for me a question on AP. I don't have any more question on APGP. Matter of fact, you know what? Never mind. That APG, those APGP questions will be done outside the class. I'm gonna go through this stuff because I don't know how much. More time I have inside of me for tonight.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Oh, the stuff.
Well, yeah, man. It's something is just happening from.
Look, at Chinese food can cure that still.
You know, so maybe that make me sick. All right. I'm gonna start and end a new topic tonight. And it's a topic, one of the topics that let me just go through my syllabus again and let's check on something here. All right, so we're done sequence and series, which is number 8. We're done Kramer's, which is number 7. I have
we do indices.
with the indices and logarithms and with the binomial. So we have the middle 3 to look at.
Quadratic equation, we did that.
Right, right. And then we have so we have 4, 5, and 6 to look at. I'm starting and finishing 6 tonight. And then on Thursday, hopefully I can finish 4 and 5. Any mini more, Lord, where should I go? But those 2 topics, as I told you, those 2 topics are topics that we would have done. You know what? Let me attempt to do those 2 topics in class tonight. So come Thursday, this be on my final topic. I'm going to attempt to do those 2 topics tonight. Easy 1, 2, 3. Oh, unit 4 is unit 4. I want 5. I'm going to do 5 and 6 tonight. Promise you, you've seen this. I promise you've seen this already. And as a result of this, tonight's class will be very easy. Talking about coordinate geometry. Anybody ever see this topic before?
Never, sir. First man said that number lie.
Okay.
Hello. Joe.
Anybody?
Sir, I've seen it before.
Okay. Well,
Hello, good night. Sorry, my manners.
good night, my love. You have seen this topic before, don't you?
Yeah, but I'm not taking enough for you, but I sleep before.
Don't worry about it. If you don't remember how to do it, that's not my concern. You know why? Teachers here.
Sorry, you nearly give me a heart attack. My heart stopped beat a while ago. Come here, say, what's that mean?
No, man. Teachers here, man. All right, let's go. So talking about coordinate geometry. You are doing pre-calculus. This is the pre to the calculus course that you're going to be doing come next semester. You know what I'm saying? To the calculus course that you will be doing, not if you're going to do. that you'll be doing for next semester. I'm going to tell you the pre-calculus is easy. The calculus course is heavy. Business statistics is easier than the calculus course. The calculus course is going to be heavy because it is, to me, it's just a long syllabus, which is why I give you 60 hours, like the business statistics. This is only 45 hours. So this course is supposed to box off quick and fast. So it says, given that A is 2,3 and B is 4,-1, we're going to evaluate the gradient. The gradient of the line. Let me answer a question. You know, when you climb one hill and you go up the hill, you know, people are doing them exercise and go up the hill and them feel it, man, and them bust and them say, oh, no, sir, you can't manage. We are climbing a slope. And we can calculate the gradient. Look at what does that mean. We're going to be using the formula y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, and that is going to be equal to the gradient. Now, I have 2 points, 2,3 and 4,-1. The first value in my coordinates is my x value. The last value in my coordinates is my y value. Whenever you get a question like this and ask you to find the gradient, just like I did, label which one is x1 and y1 versus which one is x2 and y2. You can't call here so x1 and then call here so y2. If this is 1, that means this is 1. If this is 2, that means the other one side of it is 2. Can't call this x2, but this is x1. So it means that the 2s are in this here and the 1s are in this here. So we need to investigate what is happening. All right. Now, we're saying y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Sorry, Winnie, I'm just reading your message. Remind me when I take a break from this topic, because this topic is not long, so I soon finish it. All right. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So look at what is happening here. I am just going to be substituted into this formula. So the most difficult part of this topic is to know the formula to calculate the equation of a line, the gradient of a line. y2 is -1. See, I put -1 in the position. Minus y1 is 3. I put the 3 there. Over x2 is 4. See there? 4. Minus x1 is 2. Minus 2. Minus 1 minus 3 is minus 4. And if I have 4 things and I subtract 2 from it, I'm going to have 2. And minus 4 divided by 2 is -2. Question done. So you must be given. Go ahead, Papa.
All right, I was looking, scroll up, look up back, sir. All right, so we realize that because the y1 is in a negative, the y1 is in a negative place, that's why the 3 becomes negative.
No. No. Look at the formula. y2 minus
Okay.
x2 minus x1.
Oh,
But that's what you, yeah. See, it says we always have a minus sign separating it.
Yeah, I just realized.
However, if that were a -3 though, I'd have had -1 minus -3. Yes, you hear what I say?
Yes, sir.
Right. So look here. What's that called this? x2 y2 x1, y1. And I'm still using y minus y1 over x minus x1, which is equal to the gradient m. Sorry, I used a wrong formula just now. I was teaching this in a class earlier.
You know, sir, this is similar to the other gradients with the
It's not.
y1 minus y2.
It is not similar to the other gradients when you're
It's
wrong.
the same thing.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you
Oh,
very much. It's not similar. It is exactly the same thing. That's why I leave it for last. Because I know you guys make it at some point in time. Either in high school, for those of you who are coming in with foundation, with CSET math.
is it graph?
But you'd have thought something similar in FCM3, sir.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And
Yep.
it is, and for those of you who did FCM 1, 2, 3, again, you would have seen it. So what I opted to do was to jump unit 4 or unit 6, I think this is, jump this one and go to Kramer's and sequence and series that I know you never see before. And the other topic that I'm going to start tonight, which is graphs, I'm sure you'd have seen it. The function is going to be different, but you know how to plot a graph already. So that is going to be seamless.
Okay.
So that's why I left. That's why I left what I left. So as I said before, tonight class is going to be easy. So when you're not have to sleep on me tonight, just sit up. You will get it. All right, let's go. So what I'm showing is that somebody may ask, sir, why did you make A to be x1, y1? Couldn't A be x2, y2? And then B be x1, y1? Okay, let's check to see if it could work like that. Y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 is equal to m the gradient. My new y2 now is going to be 3 minus y1. See there, Carrie? This minus sign is this minus sign.
Yes, sir. See.
However, y1 is negative. See, y1 is minus 1. So I can put minus 1 all over x2, which is 2, minus x1 minus 4. So 3 minus minus 4 is equals to 3 plus 4. That's what I do, Jesus. Today is just not. I don't know where I get 4 from minus 3 minus minus 1. Three minus minus 1 is equal to 3 plus 1 over 2 minus 4. 3 plus 1 is equal to 4. 2 minus 4 is negative 2. That instead of 1 time, this is instead of 2 times. So my answer is negative 2. See here? It's the same answer. So it don't matter if somebody wants to use A as x1, y1 or x2, y2 and B as the opposite, which end up getting the same answer. I promise you, this works every time. You just have to be very consistent that if you're talking about x1, that both of them in the parentheses will have to be the same subscript, same ones. I can't have this as x1 and this as y1. And I can't have this as x2 and this as y1. They both have to be the same thing. Once you do that, it's how you do. Once you do that, you should be good to go. Now, at this point in time, I'm expecting that all of you should have written the formula in your books about how to calculate the gradient of a line. Gradient of a line is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, which is equal to m. M is the gradient. Y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 is equals to m, and m is the gradient. All right, moving on. Calculating the equation of a line. Now, I have AB, the line AB. I can calculate the equation of that line. I can calculate the equation of that line. But to calculate the equation of a line, I'm going to use y minus y1 over x minus x1. Y minus y1 over x minus x1. That is going to be equals to m, the gradient. Always remember that m is the gradient. So the gradient is denoted by m. The gradient is denoted by m. When we calculate the equation of a straight line, it is always every single time supposed to be represented in the form y equals mx plus c. When you find the gradient of a line, it must always be in the form y equals mx plus c, always in the form y equals mx plus c. Always in the form y equals mx plus c. All right. So now that we've looked at the gradient, let's calculate the equation of a line AB. To calculate the equation of a line AB, I need two things. One, a point, and two, a gradient. I need one, a point, and two, a gradient. So remember, to calculate the equation of a line, I need two things. I need a point, and I need a gradient. To calculate the equation of a line, I need two things. I need a point and a gradient. So when I say I need a point, it is suggesting that I need 1 point and a gradient. All right. Up top here, I have 2 points. 4 and -1, and 2 and 3. Now, normally, if you use any of the 2 points, you must get the correct answer. But hear me, I work smart and not hard. When I'm doing these questions, I always go for the ones that are positive, because I may forget to, just like I have the 3 minus -1, I don't want to forget to go and convert this to a positive one and get the question right. So always select the one that is without the negative sign. But sir, what if both of them, A and B, had some negative sign? Well, it kind of dark. You just have to go make sure say you know how to use the negative sign. So let us try. I'm calculating the equation of a line. And calculate 2, 3. Let me use a point 2, 3. So I have a point 2, 3, and the gradient is going to be -2. So it's y minus y1, which is 3, over x minus x1, which is 2, is equal to -2. I'm going to put that as -2/1. People this thing, play with me, man. I don't feel good for it to be playing. Sure. -2/1. I have 2 fractions separated by an equal sign. What do we do again?
Cross multiply.
Every single time. Thank you, Bill. So I'm going to have 1 times y minus 3. I think you're as far as I get to know. Which is equals to -2 times x minus 2. 1 times y is y. 1 times -3 is -3. is equal to negative 2 times x is negative 2x. And negative 2 times negative 2 is a positive 4. Remember, the equation of the line is always written in the form y equals mx plus c. So I have to transpose this into that form. So I'm going to have y is equal to negative 2x plus 4 plus 3. So y is equal to negative 2x plus 7. That's my answer. Y minus y1 over x minus x1 is equal to m, the gradient. Y minus y1 over x minus x1 is equal to m, the gradient. Pausing here for any questions. We're good?
Okay, go back up to the first one. Let me see something. So basically what you did is to insert the A bracket something into finding the gradient, to find the number 2. That's what you did?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So,
But I didn't use both points. I used only one point. Go ahead, Kerry.
and we won't be asked to plot this in a graph, sir. Okay.
So when you
Graph-
say what?
the graph something is the other topic. I'm saying to you, to find the equation of a line though, I only need two things. One of the points and a gradient. So I don't need both points again. So the other
So
points is
them two something here are the points. These two,
right.
those are the points.
These two things are called points, yes.
And you use the points to find the gradient of the line. And then you put
Equation of
the
the line.
answer, the equation, you put the answer of the gradient of the line to find the equation.
So when you find the gradient of the line is going to be equal to m.
Yeah.
Right. M is the gradient.
Okay.
I'm saying to you, in order to calculate the equation of the line, I need two things. I need a point and I need a gradient.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, watch me now. The other point was
4 negative 1.
4 negative 1. No, 4 negative 1. All right, so it's y minus y1, which is 1 minus minus 1, over x minus x1, which is 4, is equal to the gradient, and the gradient was again negative 2. So it's negative 2 over 1. So I'm using the other point because somebody's going to say to me, sir, I did the calculation, but I never use your point. I didn't use the 3,2. Or the 2,3, sorry. I'm using 4, negative 1, not a problem. So two fractions against it. Okay, before I do that, y minus minus 1 is the same thing as y plus 1 over x minus 4 is equal to negative 2 over 1. Two fractions separated by an equal sign, you always cross multiply. When you're adding two fractions, you don't cross multiply. The only way you can cross multiply, guys, is unless you're cross multiplying over an inequality sign. You can only cross multiply over an inequality sign. Please. So I'm going to be cross multiplying, so I'm going to have 1 times y plus 1 is equal to negative 2 times x minus 4. 1 times y is y, 1 times 1 is 1. Negative 2 times x is negative 2x. Negative 2 times 4 is positive 8. Y is equals to negative 2x plus 8 minus 1. So y is equals to negative 2x plus 7. Did we get that before up top as the answer? Mhm. So to calculate the equation of line, I need two things. I need 1 point and a gradient. I don't need both points. I just need 1 point and a gradient. Well, sir, which are the points to use? It no matter. It don't matter. Any questions with that? Mhm.
Sorry, can you scroll up a little bit, please?
Mhm.
Go down a little bit. Yes, right there. Thank you. All right, thank you, sir.
No problem, Papa. All right. See, we're winding down nicely. We can finish this by 8 o'clock. Now to calculate the length of a line. To calculate the length of a line, look at the formula. You're going to subtract the x value. In a simple form, a simple way of saying this to you is you're going to subtract the x values and square it, and you're going to add that answer to the subtraction of the y values, and you're going to square it. Subtract the x values and square it. No. One of the things that I often say is x2 minus x1 all squared plus y2 minus y1 all squared. Why? You know, I have the x2 minus x1. See here, I have x2 minus x1. And I have y2 minus y1. I have y2 minus y1. Then so you're gonna write the y2 minus y1 first, and then the x2 minus x1 after. Yeah, no matter. So I'm just keeping the x's together. I'm subtracting the x's, keeping them together. But remember, I have to square it, and then the answer will find the square root of it. Then the answer will find the square root of it. Now, let us get that example. Not the equation of 9. Where are you feeling? The length. So recall, two comma 3, and this is what, 4 comma negative 1. Watch me. And find the length of that line. Look at what I'm doing. I'm subtracting the x value. X2 minus x1, 4 minus 2, all squared, plus negative 1 minus 3, all squared. 4 minus 2 is 2. So I'm going to have 2 squared plus minus 1 minus 3 is minus 4. Minus 4 squared is going to be 2 squares is 4. Minus 4 squares is going to be 16. So it's going to be equal to the root of 20. For now, we're going to leave it as the root of 20. You can put it in the calculator, find the square root of 20 and put it in the calculator, and you write it there. So it's going to be 20 units. You don't know what units is in, so just write units. But for now, just leave that there. You're going to, when you go into the other questions that we're going to be doing, you're going to let me know the exact answer. So you can write it down. All right. Are there any questions for the length of a line? That's all that's all that there is to it. It's just you getting formulas.
Hello?
Hello.
Who is that saying hello, class?
Oh, it's Ryan.
Go ahead, Ryan.
So I'm seeing where it says recall a 2, 2, 3 in bracket and 4, 1 in for B. How you know which one of the sides to use the x square x 2?
XY.
Because on each side,
You just join in?
Us.
really no.
Must.
Gary, mute your mic now.
I
But
just said it. Who is this again? Who is this? Who is this talking to me again?
not me.
Who's asking the question?
Ryan, sir.
Ryan. How long you not coming? Ryan to talk to me.
Yeah, man. I know I've been out for a while, because
You've been out for too long, Ryan. You need to talk to me. I don't remember the voice.
Yeah, I know. I've been watching over the videos, so.
That's not good enough, man. Talk to me, no, man. You can't make it to class. Talk to me. But anyhow, we need to have this conversation, but we're going to do it offline, eh?
All right, no problem.
So what I'm saying to you is, I'm calling this my x1 value, and this is my y1 value. And I'm calling this my x2 value, and this is my y2 value. So I have my x1, my y1, my x2, my y2. So the formula says x2 minus x1 all squared plus y2 minus y1 all squared. What's my x2? My x2 is 4. See it here? My x2 is 4. See it here? Minus my y2. What is my y2 value? Not my y2 value. My y1 value, my x1 value is x2 minus x1. So my x2 value is 4. See it here? And then my x1 value is going to be 2. See it here? 4 minus 2 all squared. Then my y2 value, see it here is -1. So I put it right here. And my y1 value is 3. So it's going to be -3. -1 minus 3 is -4. So it's going to be -4 squared. And then 4 minus 2 is going to be 2. So we're going to have 2 squares. So 2 squares is 4. And then the 4 squared, 16. And 4 plus 16 is 20. So now find the root of 20. I'm going to get 4 point something. And that is going to be the length of my line. Any other questions? Talk to me now, man.
No question from me, sir.
All right, thank you, Poppy. And then the final thing I'm gonna do with that is the midpoint. So again, I'm gonna record A is 2,3 and B is 4,-1. We find the midpoint. I'm gonna add all the x values, x1 plus x2 divided by 2. I'm adding all the y values, y1 plus y2 over 2. So I'm adding the x1 values divided by 2, and adding the x2 the y2 values, the 2 y values, and divided by 2. So the x1 value is going to be 2 plus 4 over 2. And then the y values over 3 minus 1. I'm adding now. So 3 minus 1 over 2. 2 plus 4 is 6 over 2. And 3 minus 1 is 2. 2 over 2. 6 over 2 is 3. And 2 over 2 is 1. So my midpoint is going to be 3,1. Those are they. I have 2 other things to talk about, but I'm not going to touch base on them just yet. Any questions so far? I want to say 2 things to talk about, 2 things on this topic to talk about. Are there any questions so far? All right, so let me recap. To find the gradient of a line, it's going to be y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And that is going to be equal to m, the gradient. Make sure that you label your x1 values, your x2 values, and the y1 values, and the y2 values. Remember also that if this is x1, this is y1. We want to call this x2, the other one has to be y2. You have to be consistent with it. And then to find the equation of a line, I need 2 things. I need a point and I need a gradient. That's the only way I can go about finding the equation of a line. The formulation is y minus y1 over x minus x1, which is equal to gradient m, the gradient. So this, I'm using a point 2,3. This y minus 2. That's my x1, that's my y1. Y minus y1 is going to be y minus 3 over x minus x1, but x1 is 2, so it's x minus 2. And it's equal to the gradient, and the gradient is -2. Whenever you get fractions to work with, and then one of the terms is a whole number, always put that whole number over 1. It's not going to change the value of it. It's just going to make it easier for you to calculate. Any questions so far?
Not from me, sir. Understandable so far, as I say, in line with the
With the
graph
foundation, right?
LCM tree with the plotings.
Mhm. All right. Since there are no questions, find the equation for straight line AB, where A is 3, 5 and B is -1, 0. Remember, this is y minus y1, where x minus, no, sorry, gradient is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 equals the gradient m. So I'm going to write the formula for you because you only know remembering it. Y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 is equal to the gradient. Start with example 1 for me, please.
So what's a gradient?
I don't know what you get for the gradient.
No, is the gradient given? The gradient.
No man,
I
that's what you
mean,
find it. That's what you find in 10. Oh, sorry. Sorry, you're finding the equation of the straight line.
yes, sir.
Okay, we find the equation. So you need to find the gradient. Gradient is not given, so you have to find the gradient first.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Mhm. Sorry, I thought the question asked to find the gradient. But it didn't, but you have to. Because to do the equation, you're going to need a point and a gradient. Mhm. Finish it, guys.
Can stroll up, please.
Right there.
No, come back down. Yeah, right there. Thank you.
Try it back. Try it back.
Mr. Sean?
Yo.
Miss Alina makes so much noise in our class.
No, me I try to fix my audio. Yeah, go for something my first. It's
You stop for me? Hello? Nobody got the gradient? What's the gradient?
Appear negative, negative, negate.
We got 5/4, sir.
Negative 5/4.
Oh,
No,
cancel out the negative.
Not negative.
Cancel,
Yeah,
yeah.
1.25.
1.25.
a quarter.
We're breaking it down.
Don't give me no decimals.
And
Don't
that
give me
may
no
say
Give it
only
in fractions, sir.
1
fraction.
5/4, sir.
5/4.
Me what?
-4.
Me what I said earlier, I don't feel brag.
Right.
But yeah,
Work that-
but you
Right.
have to find the gradient before you find the equation, so you can't run.
So what?
But sir,
Mhm.
me not hear nobody has said the negative for the gradient. Why?
But there's no negative there.
But how me get negative?
That you're wrong.
You're too negative.
Watch this.
That's
Y2 minus Y1.
0
Yeah.
minus 5.
Sorry. I have it written up here already. I don't need to write it again.
Not seeing the screen, sir.
Seen it now?
0 minus 5.
0 minus 5 is correct.
Mm-hmm.
Over minus
Over
1
minus 1.
plus 3.
Min-
Minus 3.
minus 3.
0 minus 5 is minus 5
Mm-hmm.
Right,
over minus 4.
right.
And the 2 signs them cancel, so you can get 5/4.
5/4.
Oh,
So what you say a while ago, sir?
So the slope is m equal, see there.
No, sir, when you say a while ago, after you say the negative 5 over negative 4, you say something cancel.
Two
Two
sign
negative signs.
cancel.
Right, the 2 negative signs cancel out.
So I did miss the part that when you did that before.
I know me that's it. The teacher done at the other part of the class and like the foundation class and the 6 class.
Sir, a long time in that. Yes, sir, come and say the teacher. Alright, I forgot right then note there.
Lock them now in to get the
Yeah, man, just remember, when you multiply 2 negative numbers, you get a positive number. When you divide 2 negative numbers, you get a positive number.
Hold on, me try to make that notation there.
5 divided by negative 4.
So I don't want the answer as a mixed number, and I don't want the answer as a decimal. Leave it as an improper fraction because chances are, like in this case, you are going to find the equation of the line and you're going to do some multiplication. Nobody wants to multiply with a decimal number. So we can always use a fraction in this case.
Go back up, sir.
Talk to me when I email you, but I must go.
Me think go on up like a more. Alright, right there, sir. No, sir, don't move it.
Um, has anyone completed the equation of the line? Where's OJ?
Sir, I'm here, sir. I joined late.
Oh, okay.
I was having internet issues.
Okay. Happy you're here now.
Sir,
Mhm.
yeah, I get 4y equal 5x plus 5.
You will find the equation for line. You always going to put it in the form y equals mx plus c. So don't give me 4y. Write another line.
But
Sir,
I'm coming for a line. Yes, Kevin, finish off the thought, Kevin.
so it's
You
good.
said,
So
you said what?
if I could write another line, I'm going to have a divide 4.
yeah,
That everything, yes. Yes.
yeah, that's what I got.
Yes. Very good. Oh, that's what you wanted to tell me, Karen? Okay.
Yeah,
Very good. So listen to what Karen is saying. You're going to divide through everything by
4.
coefficient, right? The 4.
Yeah, but it was a negative on one side. So when it goes over, it's gonna be a positive 4.
Very nice. The rest of you seen that?
No, sir.
Wait, the 4 plus the 1, the 1 becomes 5. Hold on. I have 4 times y minus 0 equal 5 times x minus negative 1, which gives me 4y minus 0 equal 5x plus 1. Should I pull the 1 over to the positive 4?
I have. Jody?
Yes,
If I tell you, I know you're talking about are the line.
sir.
No, it's all right. Never mind. I'm going to do it. And see, because I don't want to know lie, you know what teacher going to do? I'm going to do it for you because I don't have a clue. I just under the weather and I just want make sure so we get this. Hold on. Hold on, where am I now? Y minus y1, y minus 5 over x minus 3 is equals to 5 over 4. Two fractions separated by an equal sign are always cross multiplied. So this is going to be 4 times
Y minus 5.
y minus 5. Very good. Is equals to 5 times x minus 3. 4 times y is 4y.
Wait, sorry, slow down a little then. Go on again. Start back from the second line.
I have two fractions separated by an equal sign. What do I do?
Cross multiply.
It's 4 times y minus 5
Mm-hmm.
is equals to 5 times x minus 3. What is 4 times y?
4y.
What is 4 times 85?
50.
5 times x.
5,
5 times -3.
50.
No,
-50.
good.
50.
So this is 4y is equals to 5x minus 15 plus 20. 4y is equals to 5x plus 5. And dividing through by 4. Y is equal to 5 over 4. Yeah, man, you have to divide through by the coefficient of y.
Sir, please.
Go ahead. Who's that, Winsome? Go ahead.
This, up the top, y minus 5, and you have 5, right? So this
Equal 5.
the y is 1. No? Where you get 5?
I'm using point A.
I think that's my problem, sir. I made the A x2, y2.
Same difference. But remember, you know, what you need to do, you know, it's y minus y1 over x minus x1 is equals to
Right.
m.
So it became my y minus 0 over x minus -1 for me.
Say that again. Y minus 0, very good. Over x minus what?
-1.
X minus minus 1.
Yes, x minus -1, right.
And it becomes what?
And I got.
No. Answer my question. And it becomes
It
what?
becomes
Yeah,
what? It
yeah.
becomes the cross multiplication give me 4y minus 0 equal 5x or 5 times x minus 1.
Tell me. This x minus minus 1 becomes what?
5x plus 1 become a positive 1.
Good. Thank you, please, miss. Again, I'm going to get lunch money for tomorrow, you know.
No, like this. Oh,
Okay.
but
So
I
you're going to
have
be,
that, sir. I have that, you know.
so me don't know where you go wrong then. So that's what I'm
It
doing.
doesn't mean in my next line I have that, but then when I'm ready to put to do the thing, the y equals the y equals mx plus c, I think that's where I got lost. I was breaking it down. It became y equal 5x plus 1.
5x plus 5.
Oh,
So
I
you
left
multiply
this 4 over there. I just left this 4 by itself.
this 4y plus 4 times 0 is 0. 5 times x is 5x. And 5 times 1 is 5. They just said 1 a while ago, but 1 is 5.
So we just leave the 4 by itself. It's just over there by itself, sir.
What? Oh, you alone so cute. Right, the people them for
Never carried on the next line and after all.
says gonna be 4y is equals to 5x plus 5. And then I'm dividing both sides by, I'm dividing through by 4. So what I'm gonna have is y is equals to 5 over 4x plus 5 over 4. So it doesn't matter which of them I use. I'm gonna get the same answer. Go ahead, TT.
Can you please explain the last row?
The last row.
Yeah, 4y over 4.
What do you mean? What you want to explain in that?
All right, how did we get the 4 at the bottom?
Because I'm dividing. The equation of a line is always given in the form y equals mx plus c.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Sir, I'm still
Sir.
behind. I'm still not seeing how we get the 5 over 4.
For what? For the gradient?
The equation where you have y minus 5 equals 5 and x minus 3 is 4.
Right here, sir?
Yeah, up the top.
So you don't, what you don't see this?
Over the other side, equal, yeah.
To find the equation, see the formula here? Y minus y1 over x minus x1 is equals to m, the gradient. See the gradient here?
There's a point in that.
Oh,
Me not talk? Me not talk? You not listen?
No, you're not talking.
Anybody hearing me?
yes,
I
sir.
start hearing, but you weren't talking before.
Man, with here a long time.
Oh, maybe I'm at internet.
Oh, so
Sorry.
you put back the gradient there.
Sir.
Go ahead, Clarity.
Yeah, over one thing I want clarity on. You see where you have m equal 5 over 4. When you calculate 0 minus 5 over minus 1 minus 3, you got minus 5 over minus 4. Then I see now you have 5 over 4. Over right here, so I want to know why the negative 5 and negative 4 didn't go over back. You just put 5 over 4.
All right, wait, the gray or the red?
So,
maybe that's why I caused the mix up.
No, where are you? The gray part over here, sir, or over
The
here?
gray part, left gray part.
All right, so tell me again now. Oh, up here, see that?
Right here, sir, right there, sir.
Right, so remember it's y, see the formula here? Y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, which is equals to m, and m is a gradient. So to find the gradient, you're using the formula y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1.
you substitute the A and B.
Right, so look at what I'm doing.
I have all of that, sir. No, it's just that
Is the
when I said y minus 5, and I said
no, Karin, no. You're gone to the equation already. I don't reach the equation yet.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, let us finish off the
Sorry.
gradient.
Sorry.
So it's y2, here, 0 minus y1. Y1 is 5. Good.
Yeah.
Over x2, which is negative 1.
Yeah, I got that.
Minus 3. Good. And we evaluate it and get negative 5 over negative 4.
Yeah.
Which is equal to positive 5 over 4. So you have this.
It's equal to positive 5 over 4 because of the two negative signs?
Yes, ma'am.
Good, thank you. That's what I wanted.
Yeah, ma'am. I kind of figured that's why I said don't jump over here. So yeah.
Yeah, I realize, sir. Thanks.
I think somebody is just trying to come in doing that like the exchange while with me and Caroline. Who was that?
I think it was Winston.
Winnie.
Sir?
You see it now?
Oh, so you just put back the gradient.
Right here, sir?
Equation, yeah.
Yes, man. Why? What's your formula? Y minus y1 over x minus x1 equals m, the gradient.
Beautiful.
All I'm doing is just substituting right here. This topic is just for you to know the formulas and just substitute.
I seize it now.
Good job.
Thank you.
De nada. Are we okay with this question? Those of you that are not speaking. Right.
Don't move it yet, sir. Don't move.
Sir,
Yes, Ben.
I know say last time you cuss out the class and you say you're not send this up my, you know. Say nobody say you're not send it tonight. Just send it to me. Here?
All right, my love. All right. You
All
asked nicely. No, it's just that when I was saying, you know, on a serious note, it's sometimes when I kind of feel lonely on this side of the fence, I'm talking
That's why you have to protest through our face to face.
Sir is a married man, he can't feel lonely.
Talk truth. Because what I'm feeling tonight, so would have to say, class, I'm not coming in tonight. So,
okay.
so I forgot to face, online class a night like tonight, but it will happen, man. All right. I don't want you guys to not participate. I want you always talk to me. Talk to me when you know, say, I can tell you, Miss Ferron, why is he not in class?
So them man they school regular, you know, sir. So
Oh Jesus. What I can say to you is that based on the questions that you answered me in class, I can know who foreign from who not foreign. But trust me, Aaron, they tell me say I was going to start talking in class last week. No, I'm follow up on you. You said nothing but good night. You said to me. Know you the book. Look for your name a while. Earlier in the class. Say good night, sir. Let me see if you're awake. Yeah, man, you can talk to teacher in the bedroom. Sure. Yeah, but I need to hear from you guys. I need to know that you're following what this is that is happening. Nobody should be doing an online class and fail. You know why? Nobody in Africa in the class or work. Lord Jesus, the taxi, the last bus I go run. We can't get in a taxi. We're tired, we can't drive, go home. Most of you at this point in time now are home. In the confines and the coziness of your yard. I don't care where you live. Anywhere you live supposed to cozy. Because you're gonna make it cozy. And just let it hear down and just try to learn. Just try and catch your stuff. I know you can do it. But some of you just lazy. They're lazy for talk, but guess what? If you forgot eat food and forgot young, please go buy food. Get lively.
I'm going to buy Chinese food.
So. All right, can I move now? Am I allowed to move this now?
So what sir I throw what bomb is saying I see my answer. Yeah, the driver sir.
Where's Dahlia?
I want to know me not see her.
No, but she's out of order.
Must some emergency or something.
But she must send me no message or nothing.
Probably.
All right. She should catch your recording. All right. Am I allowed to move now, guys? Please.
No, hold you up, sir. You say you start and finish, sir.
Yeah, man, and trust me, I'm wrapping up. This one is just that I need to wrap up enough so I can at least even introduce the other topic. All right. We can have a conversation. And you're seeing this that I'm projecting. It's a conversation that we must have. And it's a summary that I'm going to be giving you. To calculate the equation of a straight line, I need two things. A point and a gradient. Did I give you that before?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Every single time to find the equation of a line, I need two things. A point and a gradient. To find the equation of a line, I need two things. A point and a gradient. If them say to you, find the equation of this straight line, like Tevin asked a while ago, sir, What is the gradient? Nope. You need to find it. Find it. Because they're not going to tell us find the gradient first here and then they go find the equation. No. If they're giving you 2 points and they did not give you the gradient and they ask you to find the equation, you know to find the equation of a line, you need 2 things, a point and a gradient. So try to find the gradient. And once you find the gradient, you just work it and work it with the y minus y1 over x minus x1. And you're good to go. Watch me now. Parallel lines have the same gradient. Parallel lines have the same gradient. Parallel lines have the same gradient. On the other hand, for perpendicular lines, the product of their gradients equal -1. For perpendicular lines, the product of their gradients equal -1. That is, we're going to be finding the negative reciprocal of the other gradient. So I don't know what you're talking about. Thanks for saying that to me.
I never said.
All right. So guess what now? This question says to calculate the equation of the line perpendicular to the line y equals 2x plus 5. And it passes through the point 1, -2. What the question asks us to calculate?
A perpendicular line, sir.
Perpendicular line.
No. Read the
The
question.
equation of the line perpendicular.
Good. You'll try to calculate the equation of the line. Calculate the equation.
But sir, perpendicular.
Perpendicular.
Yes, Miss Fell. Yes, Miss Fell. Thank you.
Perpendicular is talking about something specific that I'm going to tell you again shortly. Perpendicular is something that is specific. Parallel lines have same gradient.
Those are lines that runs same.
Yeah, those are lines that run in the same general direction,
Direction.
never meeting.
So perpendicular line would be lines that running from a point. I think it's a regular cross or the T.
Them
Very
never
good.
meet.
You know, say, no man, him right man. Say, ugly for nothing.
That's how it looks, sir.
Very nice though. You sounded more sensible now.
I chew the Chinese food at work, you know?
All right, come, fun joke at that. Yeah, but very good though. You hear what Curious said a while ago, class? He says the T. No, let me just explain to you. Pictorially, diagrammatically, what that T looks like. Anybody know where Ligani is?
Right up in.
No man, no, it's up in yet, but up there so.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna. I'm using a particular landmark. The gas station on one side, Sovereign on the opposite side, Caribbean Islands on that side, and then you have another gas station. So you can have a Texaco gas station, and you have a
The crossway attacks at the intersection.
Very good. So we're talking about that intersection. The intersection is going to be perpendicular. So that's what the intersection is. Perpendicular. Right? So makes it perpendicular. You have your 90-degree angles forming here.
Right angle.
Right? So that's an example of what the perpendicular is. And that's how Kerry just so a while ago said that to get a T. So for perpendicular lines, the product of their gradients is equal to -1. So this question says, calculate the equation of the line perpendicular to the line y equals 2x plus 5. the gradient of a line is in the form y equals m x plus c. What is the gradient then? Very good. Do you see how it is that I get the gradient from that equation a while ago, class?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
No, sir.
What you do is make sure that the equation is in the form y equals mx plus c. Make sure that equation is in the form y equals mx plus c. Once it's in the form y equals mx plus c, the coefficient of x is a gradient. The coefficient of x is a gradient. But you have to first ensure that it's in the form y equals mx plus c. You have to make sure that it's in that form. It has to be in the form y equals mx plus c. If it's not in the form y equals mx plus c, you're not going to get the question right. It has to be in the form y equals mx plus c. And then, so the gradient is going to be 2. But the question says no, Carrie, that we want the perpendicular gradient. Remember, the perpendicular gradient is to find the negative reciprocal of the other gradient. Find the negative reciprocal of 2 from it.
Sir, go a little bit simpler.
Sir, is it 1/2?
Very good, Caroline, but you leave off one major something though.
Negative.
Negative.
Negative,
Yes.
sorry, negative.
Very good, my love. Very
Sorry.
good. Caroline, come, reason me now. Tell me the honest truth. I will eat for lunch today.
Sir Barnaby drill me with this, sir. Bad.
Okay.
Me not get the drilling, because I not see how you get the 1/2 then.
So
Remember
what,
we did
go ahead, Carrie.
remember when we did reciprocal of numbers is always 1 over the number. But then they carry the sign.
You see it, Phil?
But I don't remember.
Look here, Sophia. Look here, Sophia. The gradient is 2. M, the gradient is 2, and you can write that 2 as 2/1, because 2/1 is the same thing as 2, don't?
It's 2, yeah.
Good. To find the perpendicular gradient now, you can flip it. So the 1 can be up top and the 2 down at the bottom.
Yes, sir.
But it has to be a negative, because it has to be the negative reciprocal. So if the gradient is positive, that means the perpendicular gradient is going to be negative. And if the gradient is negative, the perpendicular gradient is going to be positive. Because the product of these two gradients is supposed to be equal to -1. We could check. 2/1 multiplied by -1/2. Them 2 you cancel. 1 times -1 is -1. Over 1 times 1 is 1, which is equal to -1. So we're right. So the product of their gradients, and that's what I mean by this. For perpendicular lines, the product of their gradients is equal to -1. That is, we're going to find the negative reciprocal of the other gradient. So you have to flip it. So let me just go, before I even finish off this question, let me ask you some questions. What is the reciprocal of 2/3?
Hold on. 2/.
-3/2.
Negative
Come on, hold up.
3/2.
Hold up. Hear me out, man. Hear me out, come on. I never asked for the negative reciprocal. I asked you what is the reciprocal of 2/3?
3/2.
Very good. Don't put the negative there, man. Come in, but ask for the negative reciprocal. What is the reciprocal of 4?
What is the reciprocal of?
Of what, sir?
Of 4.
1/4.
4.
Very good. Very good, Tevin. 1/4. What's the reciprocal of -5/8?
Positive
5.
8/5.
5. No.
-5/8.
Sir, repeat the question.
What is the reciprocal of -5/8?
8/5.
8/5.
8/5.
Thank you very much, who was that? Carlene?
Cherise.
Sherry, but Sherry's away eat for lunch today. Yeah, that's a bust out, so very nice. Very nice, Sherry's. I love the sound of that. But here. Then Gina class and I said, good night, Shannon.
What was the answer, Caris? Didn't hear.
8/5.
Okay, cool.
Good night, Shannon.
Question, sir. The
Go ahead,
first one you said, if you never ask with the change,
the negative reciprocal.
we must
When I ask a question, somebody gave me the negative reciprocal, but I never answer that. I only answer the reciprocal. So I was
so
just
we
doing
should apply the same principle to this one. You just ask.
it's the same principle you're applying to it, but the question I asked, I didn't ask for a negative reciprocal. But somebody gave me the negative reciprocal. The negative reciprocal is only when it is that you're looking at the perpendicular gradient. Because and you know, sometimes let me tell you what they do sometimes on the exam, guys. Let me see if I can find. Oh, it wasn't your class. Let me tell you what it is sometime in there. You may never finish a question.
No. What I
Okay.
was saying is that you ask it the same way. So I'm wondering if it is that you're saying that we should just flip it, but don't change anything about it.
Right. You're flipping it, but don't change anything. So if you look at it now, in this here case, I was
The
going to show you
negative
something.
was at top, and you said to reciprocate it, so the negative would be at the bottom, turning the 8 up top.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So now that I have my perpendicular gradient, I have to use a perpendicular gradient because the question says the equation of the perpendicular gradient. So it says equation of the perpendicular that. So I have to use it. So it's going to be y minus y1. I have 1 point. Y minus -2 over x minus 1 is going to now equals to -1/2. Now, I must decide where the negative sign goes. I can't just put it on the numerator and then put it on the denominator at the same time. The negative sign goes only one place. Yeah, choose either the numerator or you choose to put it in the denominator. No, it's because I want to hurry up and get rid of the negative sign, I always put it on top. So I don't forget it. Watch me. I have to, oops, daisy. This is coming to now y plus 2 over x minus 1 is equal to -1/2. I'm designating my negative sign for a particular position, a fixed position. I have two fractions separated by an equal sign. I
Cross multiply.
cross multiply. So what is going to happen now is I'm going to have 2
y plus 2 equal -1 with x minus 1.
2 times y is 2y. 2 times 2 is 4. -1 times x is -x. -1 times +1 is +1. 2y is equals to -x plus 1 minus 2.
So I see you
2y.
kept a 2 there instead of the 4.
Huh? I put that there now to see if you guys were awake
The
and
4
paying
must go
attention.
there. Okay.
Oh. Actually, I moved too fast.
Sir, good night. I have to leave. Bye-bye. Later.
All right, but yeah, you just drop it from me, so good night, sir. I have to leave. All right, but yeah, I understand. All right, so this is going to be 2y is equal to negative x minus 3, and then dividing everything by 2. And y is equal to negative x over 2 minus 3 over 2 as an answer.
All right, you see and boy, go on again.
Tell me what you not
Sir,
see.
why sir going so fast, so?
Me see it, but would I like you to go again?
All right. Let me just get my pointer. All right. So I have. So are you both agreeing to my perpendicular gradient to be negative 1 over 2?
Mm-hmm.
Good. So it's going to be y minus y1 over x minus x1. Always remember it's y minus y1 over x minus x1.
You know, move.
Y minus y1 over x minus x1 is equal to the gradient. Now, one of the things I keep saying as a recurring decimal for tonight's class, when you're multiplying two fractions, separated by an equal sign and cross multiplying, always be consistent. And you have a negative fraction. What are the fractions that's negative? Be very consistent to let the fraction, the negative sign stay squarely in the numerator or squarely in the denominator. Don't have it floating in both numerator and denominator, because it has a mind of its own. It's either going to select the numerator or select the denominator. All right? So what I'm saying to you is that I'm cross multiplying. So I'm making that negative sign to be in the numerator. So it's going to be the 2 is in the denominator, positive 2 in the denominator, positive 2 times x plus y plus 2, see here, positive 2 times y plus 2. Is equal to this negative 1, see here, negative 1 times x minus 1. You following so far, Phil? Ask the question.
Yes, sir.
Good.
Yes, sir.
Winnie, you following so far now?
Sir, may I look, but me not see.
What you not seeing?
Sir, you're missing something. You're missing something. We're always right. The formula.
Yeah, I will put it back.
What?
It's coming down, down, down.
Welcome down, Winsome.
Huh?
Welcome down.
Rain.
Hey, that drop off, buddy.
Rain is coming down and I have to go to work.
Right.
Oh, so you
Apply for work from home. Sir, just say government give me a look at 20 grand. Papa Jesus.
Because no, me not get married. When the more time people me hear them get for them one from money. Nobody talk about it.
Just see that is food for days.
I'm gonna wait till Christmas for give me mine.
Say, me take mine Christmas. Sure, you can eat a few in Christmas.
Oh yeah.
You know.
I mean, I wear it. I'm gonna eat it.
Guess what? Whichever way, we're gonna see it on you. Can you go get bigger?
See, I'll be fit tell you, sir.
I'm proud of you. I wish I could get it.
Sir, that means your money enough. Make sure
Rich.
sir, watch a little thing, you know.
If I hear sir laugh yet, just be a rich this. Rich.
Sir, if me never believe say you're rich, no me know say you're rich. Just see a little thing.
Rich. People never say, oh, you easy set my youth.
You don't need this. Go all I can for this. So.
Will I tell you what?
So, I put the pen for my friend them who get no. It's the best friend.
Charlie was just call me, sir.
Winnie, I sent you a message.
Sir, morning, this is company exam. Good night.
Shani, don't ask me no question, Shani. Shani, in Jesus' name, don't ask me no question.
So, you know, what did I do? One little multiple choice this morning. I want question. Let's see if I find the paper. Question here, sir.
If I need?
I find it say there right beside me. It say factorize completely 2x cubed minus 5x squared plus x plus 2.
Leave that alone. That is one of them that I need to go through with you. Don't worry about it. I don't know what yet. Shan, talk to me now.
Sir, so I get factorize and them something upon the exam because I'm not looking at them for the past paper, you know.
Leave me alone, no? Leave me alone. Sure. You know, it's your life still, though. You come across and talk to me the whole of tonight, you know. And you're the one question you asked since class start.
Sir, we don't feel a good man, that's why.
What you say? Oh, trust me, myself here. I understand perfectly. It's just that I don't have the I can't afford to give up tonight. That's why I'm here.
Sir, I don't think I grasp this one that much tonight now. I'm gonna have to move over with it.
You know, so I believe you. Tell me why.
Because you're quiet.
Sir.
Quiet as a lamb.
Very quiet tonight.
Sir, should we move fast? We not understand much.
Don't blame me. What am I understanding? Talk to me.
Sir, we just have to go right back. Because I'm all over the place, right?
You see? You know what happened now? The way Brittany talked to me tonight, she sound like how she vexed with me.
Sir, may I beg you? Me know me pass a question, sir.
In Jesus' name.
In the name of Jesus. May I beg you? You see, next semester.
Say again, next semester, yeah?
Please make sure say you get a class. Sir, you see me I beg you, sir, you hear me I beg you? You see next year. What we I get, sir? Business calculus?
And business statistics. Well,
yes. Sir, you can't afford to learn back one new teaching style, and I am not a great math student. Maybe
I went tell you the same thing we tell Shan tonight. Leave me alone.
I can't leave you alone.
What you tell her?
I beg your wife look permission not to leave you alone at the moment. Sir? Yeah, beg you. Sir, I feel good in a sermon not telling no lie. I feel really proud of myself.
No, because I mean,
girl. No, hold on there. Put a pause on it. In all my life, me never think me hear one maths teacher tell me say them proud of me. Yeah, when me do something right, me say me can't believe it. No, sir.
But Winnie, I don't understand you, Winnie, because you're doing well. What's the problem? You did well from a foundation tree. So what's the problem, Winnie?
No, me come because look here, I had a good foundation teacher too, in the form of miserable Mr. Max. Terrible like juice, but him know him stuff too, and him good, me I tell you, and then me come over to you, yeah. So if the trend keeps going, I mean.
Yeah, that's how we did at Excel, man. Because
so, and it don't answer, don't get me wrong, you know, other teachers there teach good, but
we don't know them.
The reach, sir. The reach never reach. It never comes.
All right, you'll be fine, man. I promise you, you're going to be fine. But however, I can't promise you. I have not even seen a copy of my timetable for the next
Me go on prayer and fasting, no worry.
Trust me, that one worked too. All right. All right, Brit. I'm going to do a quick review for everybody's sake. We have 5 minutes and I want you to just see what is happening here because it's really not difficult. I promise you. And I guess the premise under which I went through very quickly is because this is something that we would have been familiar with from earlier at some point in time. So what teacher did was to first talk about the gradient. So you're given 2 points. I'm going to need to find the gradient. We're going to be using the formulation y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. That formulation gives you the gradient. That formulation gives the gradient. Now, once you find the gradient of a line, it can be a whole number. It can be a rational number. It can be a positive number. It can be a negative number. It can also be 0. Give me an example of how the gradient can look if it is 0.
Zero, 0,1.
No man. Give me an example of it. All right. Put it this way. You ever see the Mason man say in my walk on, which is one of the most important tools of a carpenter. Okay.
All right, measure, tape measure. Tape measure.
Sir, the blueprints. I don't know.
May I hear one time? Somebody must say.
Level.
The level. The level. Because if him build the house, him can use stone and knock in the nail, you know. Right? But if him build a house and the house not level, and you go into the bathroom and you soap up
And
and you
in
stand
the
up,
kitchen.
you end up straight in the kitchen. And when you sit up on your throne, you can't sit down do nothing. Okay, you go drop off. And if you put something on the counter, by the time you wake up in mind, it look wrong because it slide off. Same as so. So the place has to be leveled. All right. So if the place is leveled, it has 0 gradient. So I guarantee you that wherever you're walking, if you're walking now, you go into the kitchen, you go into the bathroom, you go into the room, wherever you're walking, the surface that you're walking on has a gradient of 0. So I'm saying to you that you can have a gradient 0. No, you can have a gradient to be undefined. Because if you're climbing your wall, don't ask me how you do that. If you're climbing your wall like an ant or a roach or a spider, that gradient is going to be undefined. It's going to be undefined. But every other slant, you can have a gradient. Gradient can be negative. Gradient can be positive. All right. So you have to decide which is which. So that is your gradient. Then now to find the equation of a line, you're going to use y minus y1 over x minus x1, which is equal to m. And the gradient of the line is supposed to be in the form y equals mx plus c. Gradient of the line is supposed to be in the form y equals mx plus c. Sometimes on the exam paper, they give you things like, write down the gradient of the following equations. And then give things like 3x plus y equal 5x plus something. What the man want to do is to transpose the equation and set it equals to y. And when you set it equals to y, it's going to be in the form y equals mx plus c, and then you just read off the gradient, just like I did down on the page, right? So it's very important that you remember that. And then to find the length, it's going to be x2 minus x1 all squared plus y2 minus y1 all squared. And then you find the square root of that. The answer that you get there is supposed to be in units. Because if they ask to find the length of a line, they may say to you that is 2 centimeters or 2 millimeters or 2 inches or 2 feet, whatever it is. So it's going to be in units. The midpoint is one of the easiest things. To find a midpoint of a line, the halfway point of a line, is going to be you adding the x values divided by 2 and you adding the y values divided by 2. So it's x2 plus x1 over 2 plus y2 plus y1 over 2. And that's it. That's really it. I'm going to send you this tonight and just go and study. Students, I'm going to end here. But all I'm going to say to you, the way to be successful, one, Phil spoke about it. One, you need to, and I think, you know, my friend also spoke about it. Winnie, what you need to do is speak positive to yourself and in you. I will pass pre-calculus. You know, nobody say, if I pass it, you will pass pre-calculus. There are some areas that we have covered, very critical areas, sequence and series, primers, indices, logarithms. Those are coming back on the essay paper, among other areas. Among other areas. Any question?
Sir, could you just please repeat that statement?
I made many statements.
Positive.
Speak positive.
Speak positive.
What was the other one, guys?
I think the other one was the Chinese food or something like so.
The craving boy, yes, man. Sure. Study, Ryan, study.
Sir,
Yes, please.
will you be able to go through a multiple choice set with us?
If you have a multiple choice, I can go through it, but I don't have any multiple choice paper. But if you have multiple choice, I can go through it with you.
I sent a past
Yeah.
2015 in the group. It has multiple choice.
Yeah. All
Send
of
me a
them in the
copy.
group.
Okay, send me a copy and then I can.
Sir, all of them, Carter.
I was just about to say that.
All right, great. So I can just go through some multiple choice with you.
All right.
Anyhow, we need to go on work. I'm going to bed. Good night. Have a wonderful
Good
rest.
night.
You
All right,
did
sir, you
that.
too.
So remember,
I'm going to send it, man. I'm going to send it, man. Yes,
I
please.
saw
Vinny.
last week one too.
Yes, you, sir.
The concoction, you listening?
Mm-hmm.
I will only be saying it once for the people with strong stomach. Ginger, onion, garlic.
Oh Lord.
Boy, that is so
Make a tea. And thank God it works for me. So you can try it.
Send it in the WhatsApp group.
This sound sicker than this, you know, see Friday start the class in sound better.
So let me ask you a question. Somebody just said time a while ago. We must put time with all of that.
Yes, sir.
Very time good, sir. True.
So they don't use that concoction during COVID.
No, what I did COVID was turmeric, ginger.
Turmeric and ginger.
So the thyme, the garlic, you don't have to use the onion if you want to, the ginger. And you just pour it in a tea and you drink it. If you get fever grass, they can use it too.
You have one crystal. I don't remember the crystal name, the one where you boil in the water.
Crystal multi something.
No,
mental crystal.
Mental crystal.
Yeah, you can
just put the hot water on it.
Mental crystal.
You just inhale it. Put your face over it and inhale it.
And put that tongue over your head. Just buy some.
It's CM1.
To be honest with you, just before the start of the class, I took a 1,000 milligram vitamin C. And the truth is, yes, I'm not so nasal anymore, but
so kind of clear up, sir.
Yeah, so the vitamin C kind of working for me, giving God thanks, thank you, Lord. But yeah, we're going to see if I can just get some rest and just cool it off. Anyhow, make sure you take care of yourself. We're soon sending off this thing to you.
All right, sir.
Good night.
Good night.